The New York Knicks just wrapped up the NBA season with a W. They are now your 2026 NBA champions. This is Newbie Sports. And you might be noticing that I'm wearing a basketball jersey, and that is because I'm sporting Jordan Clarkson's numbers now that he's on the New York Knicks. He was one of my favorite players while he was at Utah. Gotta love this guy. Former Sixth Man of the Year. Got 2 points in this game. One of 3 bench players scoring some points. 2 out of the 9 bench points that the Knicks had. They only had 9 bench points. And before we start talking about points, there's so much to talk about with this. Jalen Brunson scoring 45 points in a game in the finals. He has scored more points than any Knick in finals history. And according to the stats on the TV, he's tied for the most points scored by any team in NBA finals. And that player is Michael Jordan. So Jalen Brunson and Michael Jordan can be mentioned in the same breath for that one. Most points scored in NBA finals game. Good on you. And he got the finals MVP. Who else are you going to give it to? Coming back in this particular game and in the last game too. He put this team on his shoulders. And there's so many excellent players on the Knicks. They did so well. And I really enjoyed watching this series. I haven't watched as detailed the NBA Finals in a long time. This was really entertaining, and I'm blessed to have watched this. We got to talk about the Spurs a little bit, though. Wow. Holy cow. This is how you lose a championship 101. Harper. Bro, Harper. What are you doing, man? Starting out the game really well, playing better than most players on the floor for the first half of the game. And then the second half of the third quarter comes on and the crowd starts chanting, Harper. And he kind of doesn't match up to what he played up from that moment onward. You even had, I don't even know what the announcers were talking about during this. Oh, once he's played 82 games, he's not a rookie anymore. Okay, and then he immediately made a rookie mistake where the announcers were like, oh yeah, that was a rookie mistake. And you know what? For the second half of the fourth quarter, he tried to be the salvation of the Knicks, and he failed. What are you doing trying to score layups to get you down by 1, going up against 4 Knicks, one of which is Karl Anthony Towns? You're going to get your shot blocked, dude. You're going to get your shot blocked. I just got to say that he demonstrated that until your rookie season is concluded, you are a rookie. That was rookie mistake after rookie mistake after rookie mistake. And the Spurs demonstrated in the series that they didn't have longevity in their energy. I think every single game in this series, they started out just on this tear, on this big run, getting big leads right away. 15 points up at some point in this game. Maybe it was 17 was their highest lead. 29 points in the last game on the road. And you still couldn't do it. You still couldn't wrap it up. This is how you give up a lead. And if you're going to try to play hero ball as a rookie, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to succeed. Well, anyone is going to try to play rookie ball is not going to succeed. Because you know what? You cannot go up against 4 players on the opponent's side and think that it is reasonable to expect that your layup is going to go in. You're in a spot where all you got to do is just hold for a little bit. Collect the ball, dribble, pass, points. Why are you taking it up to the rim when there's 4 of your opponent players around you? When you miss it, The only player that could pick it up is your opponent. Dribble it out by the three-point line for a little bit. Let your team catch up to you in that moment. Obviously, there's fast break opportunities. Obviously, there's times to go against it. Harper tried to score several different times where he was totally beat by multiple Knicks players. That's how you lose games. Clearly, as we saw, they lost. You can't be the hero. You can't I'm gonna be the hero and then do this. I think Harper lost the Spurs this game. That's my hot take on this. That's my hot initial take on this. But another thing that should be pointed out. Western Conference champions. They hosted this series. They didn't win a single home game. The Spurs didn't win a single home game in this series. The Knicks won, I think they said, 9 straight road games in this playoff series. And they've only lost 1 game since April. And that was at New York. But dude, let's be real. The Spurs team is a good team. You're not going to sweep this Spurs team. And I didn't think they were going to sweep the Spurs team. I made kind of a little caption that said are they going to get swept? But I didn't think they were going to get swept, and I didn't think anybody else was going to get swept. But then again, I thought this series was going to go to 6 because I thought the Spurs were collected enough and mature enough and developed enough to understand how to win a game at home in the playoffs. This season, they did not demonstrate that they were that. Sorry, but what can you do? And now people are just is the Spurs coach going to be the first coach to get fired because of a finals performance? No, don't fire this guy. He got you to the finals. Harper lost this game for you. Come on. That's not the host. That's not the coach's fault. That's my hot take. I think Harper got you the lead really well and played really well for the first half of the game. Second half of the game, he kind of lost it for you. Don't let rookies be rookies in the NBA Finals. But yeah, good job to the New York Knicks for getting this. There's just a few more things to talk about. I really respect Karl Anthony Towns and his demeanor in his last little speech at the end there. And what more good things can be said about Jalen Brunson? What more good things cannot be said about Jalen Brunson? That man just overcome with emotion and just sitting in the moment. It's being surreal with it and just leveling with the lady who's talking to him at the end there. This man has never been ejected from an NBA game. That's not a measuring stick that really is tracked a lot, but that matters a lot to me. You've been in this league for 8 years and you've never been ejected from an NBA game. That shows me that you have self-mastery. That shows me, and now the fan's going to come on, and it might disrupt the audio, but we're going to keep going. If you can go more than 5 seasons in the NBA and not be ejected, that demonstrates self-mastery. That demonstrates control. That demonstrates maturity. And that's exactly what Jalen Brunson is. Mature, developed, and professional. And he got his team a win. And he got his dad a win too. I didn't know this until tonight. His dad is one of the coaches for the Knicks. Isn't that cool? Isn't that so awesome? Think about this. You have a pretty good career yourself, and then you raise this man. Your son not only becomes an NBA champion, but becomes the Finals MVP. Isn't that such a moment of just joy that you just can't take away from him? You just can't take him away from that. That's so good. Speaking of coaches, Mike Brown, This is his 5th championship as a coach, technically. First as a head coach, but he got 3 with the Warriors and 1, ironically, with the Spurs. So I find that entertaining and fun that he's been in the game a little while. He knows what he's doing. Good on you for getting your team the championship and all this kinds of stuff. Yeah, my prediction was wrong. My scoring prediction was wrong, and my number of games was wrong. The Knicks got it done in 5. I thought they'd get it done in 6. I thought they would need to take it back to the Garden. I thought the Spurs would be able to push it out to the Garden in order to take it to Game 6. And yeah, we've been proven wrong on this channel. We've been proven wrong. The New York Knicks win it in 5. And guess what? One of the last times the Knicks went to the finals, the Spurs beat them 4-1. So I just like noticing numbers and stuff. I'm just elated. Tonight was so fun. That was a fun game to watch, and that was a great comeback to watch. Whole bunch of great basketball. We can't skip Anunoby. We can't skip Anunoby. Getting those free throws at the end to clinch the lead, and then to get that tip in to set up their league at the end. Just Anunoby's got to get some points too. Gotta love that effort. Gotta love this guy. And wow. Now I'm kind of running out of words myself, but summation, wonderful season for the New York Knicks. Good job getting this done in 5 games and not 6 or 7. Spurs, you got a great team. You got a great team. You got to instill in your newbies the necessity to play as a team. The necessity to understand what's going on the court. You cannot have your rookies, who are still rookies until the end of the season, to be dribbling it up and trying to lay up against 4 opponents. This is the NBA. That's not going to work usually. Unless you're MJ, maybe. I don't know. But even then, maybe not. So, yeah. A lot of cynical people will be like, just as they wrote the script and stuff. I had a conversation about that with some of my colleagues today about how the Jazz going up against the Bulls was scripted, and we got to stop that. We got to stop that. It's not entirely related to the subject, but Jalen Brunson and his team won this game. Refs can't make the ball go in. So there's that. I don't think any more can be said. Now we prep for the NBA draft, and we'll see what happens there. I've given my 2 cents on this. I think that if AJ DeBonsa goes to the Wizards, he's going to have a really rough time there. It might not end his career, but I think he's going to have a really, really difficult time in Washington if he gets drafted there. I think he should... if he gets drafted to the Wizards, I think he should pull an Eli Manning. But no. Don't draft AJ DeBonsa, Wizards. I beg you. Don't draft AJ DeBonsa. I'm there's kind of selfish reasons for that too. But maybe I'm wrong. I've been proven wrong on this channel a lot. And that's kind of why I do it. But yeah, to wrap this up, what are your thoughts? Do you disagree with anything that I was saying in this channel, in this video? Do you like my takes? What was the most interesting thing that you thought about this game or this series? If there's any numbers and stuff that I missed and stuff that you find interesting, please leave those down in the comments. I love numbers. But yeah. The basic thing is, if you like my takes, like this video, please feel free to share it on your social media. I love to reach out to new people and grow this channel. If you had any thoughts on my takes, please leave those down in the comment section. If you hated my takes, please leave a comment. I want to know why. I want to know, what am I missing? What am I missing? Part of why I'm doing this is so that this newbie can no longer be a newbie. But yeah, we're trying to get to monetization on this channel, so please subscribe, and then we'll see what the NBA draft brings, and we'll see what the rest of the World Cup brings. I might be covering that a little bit too. But at the end of the day, the NBA championship has been decided. Good on you, Mr. Brunson. Good on you. This has been Newbie Sports.